What's up, guys? Let's see. We've got Rena, we've got Darren, we've got Natasha, we've got Lauren.
All right.
What's
Rena's
up, guys?
new, isn't she?
Yeah, Rena is one of our newest Supremos. So, Rena, you let me know what surprise shot request you have. We're getting specific now. And Natasha also joined as an official Supremo this past week as well.
Right.
And Natasha does have a specific request. So this is going to be fun. This will be fun. This will be fun.
Is that what we're doing today?
No, we're not doing hers today. We've got a few to catch up on. So today we are going to do... we're going to do Amanda Lynn's surprise shot request first. We also have new Supremo Jana.
Jana.
So guys, I have two things for us to start testing today. One is Vizzy Lemonade and the other is Topo Chico Hard Seltzer. Which should we try first?
Topo Chico. Actually, just bring it all in here.
Well, there's 4 flavors per pack.
Okay.
So
Bring the boxes in. Oh, you already unboxed
yeah, I already
them.
unboxed them. They're already in the beer fridge.
I want the watermelon one.
I believe that would be a Vizzy
Lemonade?
Perfect.
Perfect.
All right.
And then, yeah.
All right, we'll start with Vizzy Lemonade. I'll bring you 2. I'll take 2. John, are you doing a Vizzy Lemonade?
What is it?
It's a seltzer lemonade.
Does it got
The
alcohol?
thing that I like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. How much?
How much alcohol is it?
Yeah, I'm asking.
I mean, it's
Probably
like
4%.
Yeah, it's like a beer, but low carb, low sugar, you know.
She brings this new alcohol to try, but it's always healthy alcohol.
I know. That's why I'm like,
Well,
I don't know.
I
if
don't want
want
to feel like super guilty. I do have a bottle of red wine open.
We drink one day a week.
I had 2 glasses of wine last night.
Yeah.
I had almost
Speak
a bottle
for
of wine
yourself.
last night. It was it was Passover. I went to my friend's house for Passover, and I was so sad because it was It's Good Friday. It was Good Friday yesterday, and
And it was not so good for you? Or?
well, no, it was fine. It's just the fact that
Can
you
I
can't
have
eat
some liquor in
meat.
this? Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine. You do it all the time. It's fine. Anyway,
Y'all are digging at me, man. I don't like this shit. It's Easter Sunday.
no,
Saturday.
it's Saturday.
No, it's Saturday.
Holy, it's Holy
so
Saturday.
it's totally legit that we didn't know we were supposed to be at families.
I'm supposed to be in the tomb right now. I still got another day.
You did.
He's still in the tomb. But you can't eat meat on
It's
Fridays.
dark in here.
You can't eat meat on Fridays during Lent. And my friend, normally at Passover, it's
Well,
like
Pat, you realize, Pat, like, that's why it's a different religion. You can eat meat on Fridays during Lent if you're Jewish.
Yes, I understand that. And I'm part Jewish, so I could kind of feel like I was kind of toying with I'm like, do I eat the meat? Do I not eat the meat? But usually it's like a brisket. And I was like, I think I'll be okay. But then I got to her house and she was like, I made a prime rib roast. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But I didn't eat it. So I was really proud of myself. I don't remember why I started telling that story, but I drank a bunch of wine at Passover. I didn't eat meat.
I bet it was really good.
I brought some home, so I have to reheat it. And
Well, that's no fun.
yeah.
All right. So today we are doing a shot for Amanda Lynn, who had a very specific surprise shot request today. And I'll tell you what it was after we take it.
All right, let's do it.
Surprise shots, surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Cheers to you, Amanda Lynn.
Amanda Lynn.
Cheers.
It's like mandolin.
Ooh, was that that had some tequila in it, but was it watermelon with it?
Good. One more ingredient.
Fuck. Not good, man.
I kind of liked
I don't
it.
fucking like tequila. God dang it.
I do. Well, I don't know what the other ingredient was.
Red Bull.
Oh.
That was called the Johnny Vegas shot.
Johnny Vegas. Wait,
Johnny
that's a
Vegas.
singer, a songwriter.
Oh.
I don't know.
But that was for
Vegas.
you, Amanda Lynn. Special
Amanda Lynn.
request.
Mm-hmm.
God, no more tequila, man.
So the next shot that we're going to do for next episode will be for Rachel.
Rachel.
So
Rachel. Oh, man. You guys ready to do this? So I'm doing more requests. Because I'm getting literally, I've gotten 150 requests on that Talk Murder to Me.
Whoa.
That's awesome.
Yeah, some of them are.
John's like, I feel so behind. Whoops.
Yeah, I mean, so a lot of them are really good. Like there was one somebody requested from Belgium that I was gonna do, but was stuck on these stories.
Mm.
It was,
Lauren, was that your request?
Belgian hazing.
Oh,
A student from the Belgium.
Oh,
You haven't heard of that?
I wonder if it was a school I went to.
Where did you go?
University of Leuven.
Yeah, that's where it was.
No shit, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
the Queets can cover it.
Oh my god.
And when are you doing
You
your
have to
Lizzie
tell
Borden?
me when we're doing it, and I'll do a whole Belgian themed.
Can we have Belgian food again?
Yeah.
Waffles?
Yeah.
You
Waffles
remember
and
last
frites.
time?
Waffles and frites.
I'm
Frites.
okay
Frites.
with that.
What's the frite?
It's a French
Fries.
fry.
And I'll buy some Andalou sauce again.
Yeah, so Lizzie Borden is what, next week?
Is it next week?
You tell me, Jen.
The
God.
last time we said was you had to tell me when you wanted.
No.
to do it.
You said you would say when you're ready.
I'm not ready for next week.
And then John would say, okay, how about next week or the week after or whatever.
okay, so
So
not
you
next
say
week.
when you're ready.
I will let you know when I'm ready. It will be before 2026.
When are you going to let us know that you're ready?
I will let you know the week before I'm ready. The week before I can do it,
Okay.
so that you have that week off. Or do you want 2 weeks notice?
Week off.
Just tell us when you're ready.
Okay.
All right. Let's get started. This is I don't know if you've heard of this one before, but these are extremely popular. Spoiler alert, we're covering rap cases today.
Both?
Both, yeah.
Oh.
And we're going to Chicago. But the first one, so they're related, but this isn't a part one, part two. They're pretty much standalone.
Okay.
But there's a lot of stuff, and this one's a crazy story. The reason I'm starting out with this one first is because you'll see why. I don't want to spoil it. But anyway, so who's ready for this?
Me.
Welcome to Talk Murder Me. My name is John. I'm sitting here with Jen and Nicole. Tonight, we have a lovely, lovely story for you. We're going to Chicago.
The Windy City.
Name a rapper from Chicago.
Kanye West.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was hoping you would say the best rapper of all time, Twista.
Oh, he's the fastest rapper, isn't he?
I thought that was
No.
a Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes is fast. No, I was thinking of
His son went to
I thought it
Quinnipiac.
was Twista.
Tech 9 is
I
really fast.
Don't know who that is.
All right, let's get started. If you are on YouTube, we are doing this one for the public. If you want to see the next episode, which is even crazier, and I actually got a crazy looking autopsy photo of the dude from the next episode. It's disturbing. Anyway, tonight we are on YouTube and we're going to Chicago, and you can see that on Google Earth. Tonight we are going to the 11th of April, 2014. This is 15:33 in the afternoon. What does that mean, Jen? 3:33 p.m.
Yeah.
Tonight we're going to 6451 South Eberhart Avenue, Chicago, Illinois, 60637, sidewalk 303. You know, so every time I hear a Chicago zip code, I always think of Scruff, McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. You remember that commercial?
Yeah.
It used to come on all the time when we were watching DuckTales. Anyway, this is where we're going to tonight.
What part of Chicago?
This is South Side. This is the murder capital of USA. This is where it is right here, especially in this area, Eberhart Street, which I'm going to show you there's two primary big gangs here. And I'm going to pause the video right quick. We're actually going to right here, this specific spot. I'm pretty sure. I've looked everywhere. I know where the victim that we're going to talk about tonight unfortunately a teenager died at, she died on the stairs, because I'll show you blood on the stairs. But she walked to the stairs, or limped to the stairs, after she was shot multiple times. And she was shot here. So I'm going to play the video some more. And this guy made me suspicious. I zoom in on him in a while. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so where this guy's standing at, those are the stairs right there.
Okay.
The victim we're talking about tonight, Gakirah Barnes. Anybody heard of her?
No.
No? Okay. Well,
Is
you
she
will.
a rapper? Is she the
No,
rapper?
she's dead now.
She's the victim?
No, she's the victim.
I know you said it was a rap story. I didn't know if the rapper was the victim in the situation.
Good try, Nicole.
I'm going to get into this on next episode, but do y'all know what drill rap is?
No.
Okay. The reason it's important to you guys out there, especially your mama bears out there, is because your children are definitely listening to it. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but I'm saying it comes from this one part, actually two subdivisions of Chicago, and the rap lyrics, damn it, there's a fucking moth in here. The rap lyrics, which Nicole will read some tonight, is primarily based on dissing each other, each of the gangs. So it's a gang war that has been going on in Chicago for several years now, since 2009, I believe, from what I see. And it is a very violent war. By the time this happened in 2014, there were more homicides, more people had gotten murdered than U.S. soldiers in Iraq in the same given year, which is crazy.
Wow.
This is...
They call it Chirac.
Yeah,
Chirac.
they do call it Chirac.
You never heard that?
No.
Really?
Oh, I thought you just made that up right there.
No. If only I was that good. No.
Well, so I'm also going to show you, actually, let me show you right now in this video. So this right here is the one gang territory we're in right now. This is called Tukaville. Okay. You see that it's mostly residential areas, very low, or very impoverished as well. This is a low-class neighborhood, a lot of drugs, a lot of gangs, a lot of shootings. The reason this is so important is because, at the end of the day, no one really cares if two gang members kill each other, but these bullets fly every which way, and they're killing 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds, or younger. They're killing grandmothers, and they just... Anyway, this is the other side of the gang right here. This is O Block. You probably heard of O Block because all the Instagram models or whatever post pictures that say, I'm going to O Block. And then I've seen online...
Wait, Instagram models are saying they're going to O Block? What?
Yeah, well, those... I have to show you an example, but it's like, oh, I'm headed to O Block, but they're really not. They're saying it because the rappers are saying it.
They want to be tough?
They want to be tough. I saw one girl, she wrote on her social media that lives here. She says something to the effect of, why bitches always talking, they want to come to O Block like it's Disney World or something. Huh. And one guy said, one kid in the story said that this part of town is the Hunger Games of Chicago.
Interesting. That's an interesting analogy.
And if you also heard the O Block, specifically this apartment right here, well, that's a train station. This apartment right here in the Woodlawn area, that's where a lady by the name of Michelle Obama grew up. She grew up in one of these apartments here.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's where she grew up as a child. This is kind of ironic because this is like the Murderville. I was watching an interview. The journalist and the cameraman had to get cleared by the gang to come in.
That's a lot.
Yeah, the gang. It's not like a police force, literally the gang.
Wow.
Anyway, what do you guys think on live chat? You guys still with me out there?
Yeah, and we also have a bunch of people on the TikTok live for those
really?
of you who are joining.
Oh, shit. I didn't see that camera there.
Yeah, see, I put it right there where you couldn't see it.
What's up, TikTok?
We have Johnny Lama here on the Talk Murder podcast right now for you TikTokers. So welcome, and we're about to get into our story.
Anyone on TikTok from O Block can chime in. We're talking about the Gakirah Barnes story. No one has done this story. Probably because they're too scared.
Well, we live very far away, so that's positive.
which is why I'm doing this story. If they want to kill me, they gotta get a plane ticket first. Anyway, all right. Rena says on live chat, gangs in Chicago have better border security than the U.S.
Touche.
It's pretty good and extremely accurate. All right, let's talk about the victim tonight. We're going to go into her autopsy. How many times do you think she got shot?
56.
56? Jim, what the fuck? What the fuck? A 17-year-old girl gets shot 56 times?
You don't know what's going on in these gangs in Chicago. I don't know. I thought it'd be better to guess higher than lower. It's the opposite of the Price is Right rules.
I'm going to say 6. Still feels
6?
high.
That's it?
I don't know.
Oh, shit. Here's the victim right here. Can you describe her?
Oh my gosh, she's so young.
No, she was 17.
Was she 17 at the time?
I know, but like, yeah, she's young.
Yeah, she's 17.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
This is Gakirah Barnes. Right here. This is her middle school picture. And
I see 14.
That's probably a safe number.
She does look like, yeah, I was wondering if this was her high school graduation photos.
Wow, who she look like?
No, I was just saying never mind. Just never mind. It looks like she's got does she have like an honors?
Yeah, she
ribbon?
has some sort of
Yeah, there you go.
cord on her stole.
Very promising young individual, was accepted to the science and math technic school. And her dream, according to her friends and her mom, was to be a guidance counselor.
Aww.
Because she's actually growing up here too. I mean, this story, we are going to talk about gang wars, and that shit's interesting and entertaining, I will say. Let's be honest. But, I mean, there's real victims here. I'm not talking about two gang members shooting each other. I'm talking about innocent people. All right? So, anyway, this is Gakirah Barnes. She was walking with two other friends, and she was actually leaving her house and going to meet some friends at a barbecue. Her mother, right before she left, said, quote, "I told her that I loved her and to be careful," end quote. The mother would also say that she tells her daughter that every day because of where they live. Like, they live in the worst part of Chicago. You know?
Yeah.
It is freaking... I'll show you this, one of these next slides. It's funny. It's like a weather report for crime. It's like, oh, homicides are up today, and it's so fucking crazy.
It's
anyway,
like funny but not funny at the same time.
It's definitely sad.
Yeah, no, it's really sad. She was 17. The fatal wound was a gunshot wound to the neck. Here's just a random article. This is from the Chicago Tribune, 14th of April. Weekend shootings kill 4, hurt at least 31.
Wow.
And the Gakirah's mother said it was an ongoing war.
Now, was this just one event, or was it multiple shooting incidents?
There was one weekend that was so violent that 36 people got shot. Not all died, but this weekend shooting killed 4, hurt at least 31. That is the weekend. It says right there, weekend.
Right, but I wasn't sure if it was...
Oh, it was like the same thing? No, it's like different.
Just across the community?
Yeah, across these two neighborhoods. I'll show you these two neighborhoods, which are back to back in Chicago, O Block and Tukaville. That's the names that the gangs gave them.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why they got those names. Those two neighborhoods, it's literally that residential area that I showed you, and then those apartment buildings. But those two are the most violent places in all of Chicago, and probably the U.S., I would argue.
Chicago has become one of the most violent cities in the United States.
Which is crazy because the two districts, little areas, are next to each other. They're only separated, ironically, in my opinion, by a street, the Martin Luther King Street, which is freaking terrible to think about, right? You know, because he was for peace, and you have two gangs separated by a street donning his name that are literally butchering each other right now. Still, right now. It's going on right now. There was a rapper not too long ago. It was really recent. He's from one of these streets, and I haven't done his story, but I've got the video of him getting shot, and he got gunned down just because of the lyrics he put in a song. So it is like a real war going on. That's why they call it Chirac, I guess. Anyway, if you want to read this is from the mother.
This is something that has become all too normal to everybody, and it needs to stop, Brown said in a phone interview. We need to come together as a community and just unite to get our children and our streets back.
All right, look at this. This is what I was talking about. It's like a weather report.
So far this year, 506 murders. This time in 2019, 339. Up from 2018 and 2017 also. August 2020 murders down 45% from July 2020.
Does that not sound like a weather report?
Well, I mean, it definitely looks like a graphic from a newscast where they're talking about the violence, but that's an increase of like 161 murders.
Oh yeah, 2016 to the current time right now, especially during the protests and everything, it has been a huge increase in homicides. They actually refer to the homicides here in Chicago as an epidemic. That's how bad it is. Isn't that an epidemic. Holy shit.
I mean, it's insane the amount of murders that happen there.
Ooh, wow.
So this is where Gakirah ended up. She stumbled over here, and this is where she died. And you can see her blood there. Yeah, I do have a photo of her on the ground. So can you describe that to the podcast listeners?
So it's a wooden staircase that's leading up to the house, and two of the steps are covered in blood spatter. You can see the blood dripping from one step to the next.
This is how many times she got shot. That's a lot of times. So, unknown male, gray hoodie, blue jeans, pulled out a pistol, a .45 caliber, too, which is a big gun.
Yeah.
No, wait, it's 7. They're looking at exit wounds of some, I think.
Oh.
Now, remember, she's walking with two other friends.
Uh-huh.
And they're all struck, but they survive. One of them just gets shot in the foot.
Wow.
But they survive. They're rushed to the hospital. They survive. Then the shooter runs back to a blue Oldsmobile and, quote, the vehicle spun its tires and fled eastbound at a high rate of speed, end quote. And she was pronounced dead at 5:43. All right. She has 7 bullet wounds. Right front armpit, it exited. Right of navel, lodged inside. Center of chest, exited. Left front bicep, exited. Right outer hip, exited. You can see that right here. Left cheek, these are the 7th one is the actual death wound, I think. Left cheek, exited right jawline, and she got shot once behind the left ear and exited the right jawline. So she got shot 7 freaking times.
And
nuts, man.
We've been doing this podcast for a long time, but I just still don't understand why some people can just target random people and just shoot and kill and no care in the world for another human life. Like it's
yeah,
still upsetting so many years later.
The subjects were getting ready to shoot dice when the offender turned the corner of 65th and Eberhart. Where I showed you on the Google Earth, that was 64th and Eberhart. So he parks down 65th and he goes northbound. He's yelling, quote, "Yeah, bitch ass ends." Say ends. Yes, yeah, bitch ass ends, end quote. The witness related that he ran northbound and then eastbound through a gangway and yada, yada, yada.
So it's not like there was a shooting between the gangs and these girls got caught in the crosshairs. This was a deliberate meant to be random shooting to young girls.
Well, let me ask you. You think, all right, this seems targeted or not? Think about it. A guy runs down the street and shoots at a girl and her two friends. And only the girl is shot 7 times. The other one shot in the foot.
I mean, it does seem like specific.
It said that, what was the quote about her being related to them? There was no relation. Maybe she was.
No, that she is.
Was she related to a gang member? Is that what?
All right, let me just start the story. So Natasha from live chat says, this is definitely an overkill. If you ask anybody in the neighborhood, they know exactly why she got shot. The 17-year-old, this is her right here. Same girl, Gakirah Barnes.
Oh.
The 17-year-old assassin.
Oh, is this the one that you were talking about? Like the character from The Wire?
Oh, yeah. This is the infamous Gakirah Barnes. The reason she was targeted was because the other rival gang, and I'll just put it how it is. I'll show you I'll show you proof of that. The rival gang members of the other side were scared shitless of her. She had killed 17 of their gang members.
Wow.
And not only is she in the rival gang, but she's also a front runner. And we're talking about at 13 years old. Not only that, she's a better shooter, and she is just, I mean, as you'll see, she will walk into that gang territory and kill everyone right there. Just like Omar from The Wire.
Yep.
Do you remember that? So she's been known as Little Snoop. That's what some of the people are calling her. From, you remember? Little Snoop was the female in The Wire. You remember her?
Yeah.
Yeah. The badass female gangster.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the real life version here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was
So
not
young.
expecting that from the photo that you showed.
Yeah. I kind of fucking buried that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I mean, come on.
Dang. Like,
Wow.
wow.
One reporter, Frank Main, from the Chicago Tribune, I believe, said, quote, the novelty of Gakirah, the gang assassin, being shot down was huge. She was thought to be one of the most notorious shooters in the history of that neighborhood. And she's a girl. Girls aren't shooters in gangs, apparently. Girls are not shooters. So, all right.
Interesting.
What is a typical female job in a gang?
So I was listening to one former gang woman. Now she works with trying to get people off the streets. She would say stuff like grabbing the gun if her, whatever leader says, go get me whatever gun or drugs or whatever. She'll just go do that.
So a runner.
I don't know, man. I'm not in a gang, but I'm telling you, they're not shooters. And not only was she a shooter and a female, she was killing the other gang. 17 of them died. She murdered. And then she bragged about it. It's fucking crazy. It is crazy. So the reason she got shot 7 times was because they had to take her out.
Wow.
Fucking crazy, man.
That's insane.
Wow.
What do you guys think about that shit?
I'm kind of, I don't know what to think.
Twisted it up.
It's
on you.
weird. I know. Like the live chats are kind of funny. Like equal rights all the way, Lauren says. And it's, I mean, it doesn't change the fact that she is it's a murder of 17 people, but it's certainly unexpected given how you started the story.
Yeah,
So,
especially her age.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I like to do that shit.
I know.
The Daily Mail said that Gakirah Barnes, then age 13, who later became known as the most notorious female gang members in U.S. history.
Wow.
She is, you may have not heard of her now because it's been pretty recent, but I'm telling you, here in the next few years, there is no way you're not going to be able to, that you're not going to know who this is. Because for someone to do this is And not only that, but she perpetuated a lot of the violence, a lot of it.
So did the gang violence then tone down after her death?
No, it didn't. And I'll show you why. But
was it kind of like revenge for her and from her fellow gang members?
we'll get into it.
Okay, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, just take another drink. Anyway, if you want to read this, Nicole.
Angalia Bianca, a former Chicago gang member, said, quote, she was a real badass gangster girl, every bit the definition. For females, if you want to keep that kind of respect, she was never going to stop.
Fucking crazy. So she is in the Gangster Disciples. I'm going to go over this, but there's two rival gangs. And like I said, they're next to each other, separated by Martin Luther King Street. The Black Disciples and the Gangster Disciples. It used to be one big sect, but then they splintered off into two separate ones. Mm-hmm. So she is a Gangster Disciple. A lot of the terminology used in this case, I'm going to have to like explain on the way, because there's a lot of slang based on their locales or whatever that they use specifically. But she was one of the head members of the Gangster Disciples, and she was literally targeting, walking in their neighborhoods and just picking them off one by one of the Black Disciples. So, and we'll get to that. But yeah, this is her right here. Kind of a weird.
Wow,
weird
definitely.
So was she an honors student too? Like, wow.
Yin and yang.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like her alter ego. It's like, you know?
Well, why? I mean, obviously she's in the neighborhood. She grew up there. But that doesn't mean she's
not going to school. Like, I just picture, I guess I just had the assumption that if you're in a gang, perhaps you're not going to school, like maybe you've dropped out of school.
Oh yeah, she was not going to school after 8th grade.
But she graduated.
She dropped out. Oh,
she graduated, yeah, with honors, and then she joined the gang, which I'm going to tell you.
She joined the gang after she graduated?
She graduated 8th grade.
Okay.
And
so she did not go to high school.
No, she did not go to high school from what I saw.
Oh,
and then
so that's her 8th grade graduation.
Yeah, that's her middle school picture right there.
Oh. I thought you said she was got accepted to like a math and science school.
Well, she was in that
high school.
She was in that program. Yeah, she was attending. She was like honors in middle school.
Got it.
She was like a gate kid, as they call it.
Okay, so that assumption that she was not in school would be correct.
Rena, what are you talking about? Mansplain it? Man, I don't do that.
I'm singing Lauren's comment in my head. It's from Annie Get Your Gun, if you were wondering.
All right, Rena, do you know what a gun is? I'm gonna explain. Just kidding. That's mansplaining it.
We know what mansplaining is. People mansplain things to us all the fucking time.
Yo, womansplain shit to me.
Well,
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
What is it then?
When I was trying to load the dishwasher the other day, you were like, this goes here, not here, and you made me feel bad about it.
I don't do that because God knows if I be critical about how it is you clean, you'll stop cleaning. So I just let you do it how you want to.
You're really good at cleaning the kitchen, though.
That's right. That's why if there's something I would do different. No, I mean, there's a lot involved with it. So he does the trash. He makes the dog food. He cleans all the dishes from the night before, cleans the countertops, makes the coffee.
I cook.
Takes out the...
You do not cook.
He makes the dog food.
Fuck you. Okay. What do you mean I don't cook?
He makes the dog food every morning.
All right, you cook for the dogs, which is important.
Honestly,
You're right. I don't.
Most of the time, it's more than I cook in a day, so it's
Did you
fine.
hear what he said? He said, your ass don't cook.
All right, so this is her right here. What do you guys think? Can
Wow.
you describe this for us?
Flyboy gang.
Yeah. So one of the members of Flyboy Gang, FBG Duck, he's the rapper that just got killed from that gang, from there's a music group. Anyway, what you're looking at now is Gakirah in a drill rap video, which if you see a female in a drill rap video like this, or any rap video, that's never heard of. Especially if you're in front of the camera, that means you have mad respect. I know nothing about this gang life. I grew up in Gilbert. I was the chairman of the Alan Jackson fan club, or just an obsessed fan.
I think we're going when I go to Nashville in May. I think we're going to one of Alan Jackson's bars. I'll get you some merchandise.
If it ain't about that Chattahoochee, I don't know nothing about it. All right, let's look at these two gangs. Here you go, right here. So, I mean, they're right next to each other. Are they not? Mm-hmm. They're separated by one street. I mean, how do you have two gangs that close to each other? You know?
Well,
that's the whole point.
They were probably one gang, and then they...
Well, yeah, I know that, but... I mean, so this was going on... The gang actually got there in 1960.
Was this part of the Black Panthers
no,
originally?
This wasn't Black Panthers.
No, I'm only asking because I know that there was a large Black Panthers movement in Chicago.
Well, the murder rate in Chicago in that time in the 90s and the late 80s was even higher than it is today. I mean, it was just crazy. I looked at the charts and it was just off the roof, out of the roof. Crazy. All right, I'm going to read this. I'm going to probably sound pretty dumb, but this is from Chirac Wikifacts.
But I mean, the South Side, if you...
Look at Natasha wrote.
Yeah.
You didn't choose the Gilbert life. The Gilbert life chose you, John.
Shit, I'm from the mad streets of Gilbert.
It looks like that...
The mad cow patties.
The country bumpkin streets.
Right here, this little O Street area, O Block.
O Block, yeah.
O Block is far from the metropolis area of Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago, the Windy City. So maybe it's not as windy down there. Maybe if it was a windy city, it would blow the people away. But
why is it called the Windy City?
Because there's so many... windy. It's windy.
I know
over there.
fucking that, but is it because it's windy because all the skyscrapers and the wind gets stuck in there?
The skyscrapers don't affect the wind.
It ain't just windy there like Michigan and nowhere else in the damn United States.
I don't know. It was windy on the beach yesterday. Look at my sunburn.
Were you in Chicago yesterday?
No, I was at Palms.
What the fuck?
All right,
fucking moving on. Okay, I'm going to talk about STL. So you'll see this a lot in Gakirah's tweets. Okay, she was a mad tweeter.
Okay,
and this is there were blood. I think the title of this is going to be "There were blood on them tweets," because you'll see
tweets like streets.
Yeah.
Anyway, she says the STL. You'll see that a lot. STL is St. Lawrence, was known as Boss City, and is the older set which goes back to the 90s or possibly the 70s and 80s. STL wasn't really that popular then, unlike EBT, which is another section.
EBT? Like...
Ebert. EBT is Ebert, where she got killed at.
Oh, okay.
Eberhart.
I wasn't... that's an unfortunate nickname.
Why?
Well, that's what you usually call the food stamps.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. When I say STL, I mean St. Lawrence. That's the actual...
Is
street.
Boss City related to Rack City?
Rack City?
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about. Rack City? Where's that at?
It's a song.
Oh, well, where is it?
I don't know.
That's what she was asking.
Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri.
STL.
I don't need any more lemonades right now. I'll wait till the next episode.
Okay. STL was only known to their top member, Seaball, who provided guns for every member and was even charged with the murder. I mean, just a ton of murders. You guys understand their gang wars. Anyway, this
Correct.
is O Block, not where Gakirah is from, the gangster disciples, but from the black disciples. That is where Michelle Obama used to reside.
Oh.
That's her old apartment there. Now, she wasn't, obviously, or her family wasn't, I don't believe, I didn't look it up, but I doubt they were gang members. But she did grow up in there. In case you ever see O-Town or O Block, then you can be like, oh, did you know that Michelle Obama grew up there?
That's a fun.
I heard about it on Morbid.
That's a fun trivia. When I try out for Jeopardy, that's going to be my fun fact.
The all-time winner or most winner of Jeopardy is Ken Jennings.
And he also hosts currently with Mayim Bialik.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I watch Jeopardy sometimes, and I like to answer the questions.
I bought his book, and I thought it would make me feel smart, but then I just didn't read it. So I kind of feel smarter not reading it, actually.
Really?
All right, let's talk about this. When do you think Gakirah was born? I mean, she was 17, so take a guess. It's
2000?
Yeah,
I forget what.
2002.
1997.
Oh.
So.
O-Town is a band, yes.
I never heard of either of those.
Band.
Ryan Cabrera was the guy from O-Town. But I don't ask me the name of any of their songs because I don't remember
What's
them.
the name of like one of their songs?
Shut up.
This right here is Gakirah Barnes, the most infamous gangster woman in the United States. Now, this is the sad part about it because, I mean, even at 13 when she joined the gang, I mean, what the fuck's a 13-year-old know?
Not much.
All right, so who you're looking at right now is Gakirah. This is obviously when she was born. And she was born in the neighborhoods. Everyone in this story has a father, mostly a father that was in the gang. For instance, her father was killed when she was 1 year old by a rival gang member. The man that killed her, which we'll talk about later, I don't want to spoil it, but he's super famous, which you probably know who he is. Not obviously.
Personally.
Yeah, your students know who he is. I can promise you that. I can promise you they're listening to this music.
It's all about revenge.
Yeah.
It's dumb, man. I mean, I don't get it, dude.
Well, it's like a never-ending cycle, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway, this is her right here, born in 1997. Her really close friend in an interview said that she was kind-hearted and a tomboy, and she was. And there's a definite point in her life which you're going to easily see when she switched to this life, because a promising student goes to being a female assassin. And I'll show you some of the social media proof that the other gangs were scared of her, because she was like, "Where you at? I'm here now." And then the other gang would, tweet back, we got stuff to do. I mean, it's fucking crazy. She just did not give a fuck, dude. So how does this girl, this honors student, promising student, wants to be a guidance counselor, kind-hearted, a tomboy?
We're called school counselors.
Oh, school counselor. Okay, Mr. Frond. A quote from her best friend Desiree said, quote, "I just wanted to pull her closer, just like a big sister," end quote. As you'll see, this cold-hearted killer, which she was, there was a lot of pain here too. And that's kind of what I want to bring out in the story, because yes, she is a killer, an assassin, but I mean, this war, whatever they got going on in Chicago, and it's still going on today, because I literally just saw that rap guy got killed. I mean, this is still going on between these two gangs. It just, I don't know. I can tell that. I mean, at 13, she became a killer at 13. She killed her first person at 13.
That's so young.
I mean, what the fuck?
Awful.
Like, what were you doing at
I hadn't even
fucking
had my first kiss at 13.
Or 30 or something. I'm just kidding.
That is false. That's one thing I have done. That's one thing I have done.
I mean, 13, that's still 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's a killer.
I did have
Yeah.
a boyfriend in 8th grade, but he ended up being gay.
Oh. Well. It happens.
Yep. Go ahead, John. Say what you want.
I wasn't laughing at you.
Yes, you were. Go
No.
ahead.
You're just giving it to John at this point. You were just letting him
was a
feast
soft-
on
Yeah,
that
because apparently
joke.
you weren't giving it to him. Oh, wait.
Not at 13.
What the fuck? That was fucked.
Oh my gosh,
Nicole. Why did you write that to me and tell me to say that?
Terrible. We were at La Salette Shrine in Attleboro, which is like this they have really pretty Christmas lights. It's like it's a shrine. It's a Catholic thing. And so that night, that was like the thing, like the couples would like go off and whatever. And so I was like, at a shrine.
Church.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, it's fine. So, but he was like, I have salad dressing breath. And I was like, I like salad dressing.
Did he let you kiss him?
No! He was gay!
Yes, he was gay.
Oh, okay. Even he knew then?
I mean, like, I think you know.
So it wasn't, so a lot of people say you
I didn't try to
turn him gay or something. You didn't, because he was already, he knew.
You are born a certain way. You don't get to choose.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, obviously, I'm not trying to go down this road.
It is not my fault that he is gay.
That's what I was trying.
Asking.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
It is not my fault. I did not force him to kiss me because I was afraid. And also, like, my friends were like, "You don't want to kiss him with salad dressing breath." And I'm like, "Why not? I like salad dressing." But I didn't understand at that point.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Like, now, as an adult, I understand that. But as a child who was so naive, did not understand why not. Like, I like salad dressing, but I didn't know that, like, when they said kissing, that they meant like French kissing. I just thought it was just like gonna be a peck or whatever.
Pecker, yeah.
Peck, not pecker.
I mean, for me, it would depend.
Bowl
Obviously,
cut. No, Lauren, I did not have my bowl cut when I was 13. I had a ponytail. Like I did today. I never wear my hair in a ponytail, but here
Jen,
we are.
where can you get that shirt? We're supposed to have shirts, but we don't.
I think we still have it's Teespring maybe? Spreadshirt? One of those two.
I ordered this online.
Full price.
I did. I paid full price
Did
for
you
it.
really?
Yeah.
When did you get that?
It's from a while ago.
I've had this since before COVID. Like I wore this to a
We
few
had
of
to
our
pay
shows.
for our own shirts?
I don't know. I did.
Where do you think they fucking come from?
I don't fucking know. What the fuck?
Like, what the?
Why
you think t-shirt companies are giving us free shirts of our own merch?
I'm going to get Murphy a bandana.
I bet they're giving Morbid free shirts. Just kidding. Someone brought that up.
We have got to stop talking about fucking Morbid. I don't even know who they are.
I don't
Why
either.
are we talking about Morbid?
Someone was talking about them.
Someone's talking about
You
like
know
True
what?
Crime Garage or something. Someone
Rena
else
said that she stopped listening to Morbid.
That's where I'm getting it from. So it's Rena's fault. So she was a gangster disciple, and she was one of the leaders. She was a shooter, and as you'll see from her tweets, she was a pretty accurate shot. This is from the Daily Mail here, just reiterating the fact that she was a killer. She started this thing called Kill 17, and is basically what it stands for. By the time she's 17, when she died, she was going to try to kill 17. And that's how many people think she has killed. With these homicides, you got to keep in mind, like the one with Gakirah, when she got shot, what did I say? A man, unknown man, black hoodie, blue
Red hanging
jeans. I mean, the gun was never found. So even if you know the suspect, which he actually got off scot-free for this murder, if you know the suspect did it, but he doesn't want to admit it, or he says he was somewhere else, you don't have any evidence, because all you have is it was an unknown male with a black hoodie and blue jeans, using a firearm that probably has its serial number scratched, and that's it. That's all you got. There's nothing. I mean, this happens on the side of the street. They're not going to get hair samples or anything. It's not like it's inside of an apartment. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of to kill 17 people and not get arrested, but then again, everyone knows it's her, and she's bragging about it, which I'll show you. She actually says multiple times on her Twitter account, I'll show you. She describes one of her victims like a bowling ball. Shot him 3 times in the face. It looks like a bowling ball.
God, that's
But
terrible.
they can't arrest her because there's no proof. Plus, there's a code of silence, just like in any city, but especially here. Oh, you're gonna say that I shot? Okay, well, good luck on that witness stand. If you even make it to that date. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants to snitch. Snitches get stitches. Snitches do not get bitches. And if it was that way, then we would probably have a lot more solved cases.
You know,
I'm just, it's true.
but I mean that saying lives on even outside of gang life. Like I have students that come in and tell me like, something is going on, and I'm like, well, can you tell me more? They're like, I don't want to be a snitch. And I'm like, you're not being a snitch. You're like reporting something important. Yeah. And they're like, no.
What would happen to them if they, like, if
they're afraid they'll get like jumped
beat
or
up.
like, who knows what they're afraid of. I don't know. Their reputation will be compromised. They'll be called a snitch forever. I don't know what they're afraid of, but they just don't want to be attached to reporting. And I think it's sad because there's a lot of information out there probably about things that go on that could be helpful, and they just don't want to share, or they'll say something to me and they'll be like, but I don't want my name attached, which obviously it's not like I'll say, hey, Bobby, Jeffrey over here says that you did XYZ. That's not the case at all, but we can't take care of a situation, if we don't know the information and no one wants to give the information.
So, the code of silence, is that kind of what you refer to it as?
I guess.
That's crazy. Even in your school. I mean, because you're not worried about kids killing each other, though.
No.
In Chicago, those same age kids, I can promise you that's what they are worried about.
Well, yeah.
I mean, dude, I'm sorry, but this freaking subdivision and division altogether, it is a fucking war there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all these like Instagram girls and like a lot. I've seen a video. There's a video online of this white couple, like preppy, driving their car through O Block, and they're filming it, for Facebook or whatever. It's like, oh, we're in O Block. Look at us, like it's Disneyland. And then there's shots fired down the street, and you see a guy running.
Yep.
Either he's a shooter or the one getting shot at, and you hear the girl like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And they like turn the car and they're like, ee! She's like, oh my God. It's like, what the fuck do you think this is? It's not a fucking movie. What the fuck? This is like God. The Hunger Games up in this bitch, man. You gonna come down here and get a souvenir or some shit? Anyway, let's talk about her rise to gangster stardom. So
gangster stardom.
Yeah. And, with this story, guys, like, yeah, she's a killer and everything, and this gang war is bad. But at the same time, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinions out there, simply because there's a lot of random victims, like kids that get shot that don't care about gangs, or, a grandma just trying to live her life. They get caught in the crossfire. Dude, the real heroes here are the peace warriors. I know that's one of the groups that actually go into the ganglands in these Chicago towns, and these are kids too, and they risk their lives to try to help people. They try to de-escalate situations on both sides. Those are, to my opinion, those are the real heroes. I'm just saying, because no one wants this war that's happening. Even the gangsters, I can promise you that they don't want this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it'd be much easier for them to be able to go about their day and do their business on their own, without having to worry about a rival gang trying to steal their territory or their customers.
Who you're seeing now is Gakirah and her friend Tuka. So you remember that Tuka, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Nicole's going to read a rap from the rap lyrics from a famous rapper nowadays, talking about Tuka, F Tuka, fuck Tuka. This story is about disrespect. I'm telling you. I'm going to get to this later, but a rapper comes out. His shit goes viral because he put it on YouTube. Some of these rappers have hundreds of millions of views. So now all these kids are saying, yeah, fuck Tuka, and they don't even know what it is, right? They're just repeating what they're saying. They're trying to act hard or whatever. the drill rap specifically, which we'll talk about in the next episode because it deals with an actual rapper, is specifically targeting each of these two gangs. One side of one artist will make a song and just say all kinds of shit. Yeah, we killed him, all this stuff. Anyway, that's and then it goes on YouTube, gets millions of likes, and now your kids are listening to it. So what does that do? It perpetuates this shit even further because, you said Tuka sucks and fuck Tuka and your shit's got 100 million views. That's going to just make shit worse. Anyway, this is how the street got named Tukaville. A 15-year-old at the time, he was shot. Oh, that's that bug zapper. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Damn, that bug's getting fried. Sometimes
Is that moth?
Sometimes I feel sorry for these bugs because they like the moths stick on there and they flap their wings and it keeps shocking them.
I was at the
and sometimes it smells like you smell the burning.
Ew.
Like, ugh. All right, so who you're looking at now is the reason. This is 15-year-old Tuka, real name Shondell Gregory. He is one of the reasons he is the reason for Tukaville, what the gangster disciples called their area Tukaville.
This is Tuka?
Yeah, on the left. So he died when he was 15.
Wow.
So Gregory, known to friends as Tuka, was shot and killed January 12th, 2011 at a bus stop at 63rd. So Gakirah was killed on 64th and St. Lawrence, STL, in the Woodlawn neighborhood in Southside Chicago. He was 15. A rapper, which is also famous. I don't know if you've heard. Like this is how widespread this gang war's getting. Right, the rapper's called Cash Out. I don't know. I mean, your kids probably know who.
I don't know.
Cash Out says, "Quote: Every time I'm in a nice crowd of people and they play his song, everybody rocking, and they say fuck Tuka gang. I done snatched a cord out of somebody's radio in the club once," he said. I'm like, man, hold up. Does anybody know Tuka? Does anybody know what and that song is coming from Chief Keef. Do you know Chief Keef?
No.
He's another rapper from this. I heard of him before. Chief Keef. Anyway, does anybody know what Chief Keef really rapping about? You can be in a certain hood and writing down in Minnesota somewhere. This is somebody that really died. They thinking shit slang. No, it's a real motherfucking person who got killed. And he's right, man. Like, this is real fucking people. Anyway.
It's just sad that
So they named the whole gang Tukaville after a 15-year-old?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, then again,
was he a member of the gang?
Yeah, he was a member. Yeah. So it's the STL St. Lawrence gang. And guys, if you're from this area and I'm getting shit wrong, dude, like I said, I grew up on a farm, man. I'm trying my best here. Anyway, this is where the problem comes in. You're going to fucking think this is disgusting. I don't care who you are. So this is where he died right here at the bus stop. Immediately after he got shot, which his body wasn't removed from this area, this bus stop, for an hour, which is a different topic. But immediately when this 15-year-old got shot and he was put to rest, the rival gang started disrespecting his memory, I guess. Anyway, look at this one. So this came out right after. It says, this is Tuka. Help, I'm dying. I need some water. STL got me killed. I'm dead. Stop shooting me. Die. This pisses people off.
I don't get it.
But this goes one step further. That's him in his coffin.
Ooh.
That's fucked. TP man, and it says fuck Tuka, but obviously it's blurred out. But this is what people are posting on social media right after, on Facebook, everyone to see, on Twitter. Everyone sees this shit.
That's terrible.
That's fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not only that, this shit goes one step further. What else could they do to disrespect someone?
What?
You ain't gonna believe this shit.
So is this Tuka or a member of the Tuka gang that is deceased?
Tuka is the one that got killed.
He's the one in
I'm
the
asking
coffin.
if that's the person that's in the coffin in this video.
Yeah, that's the same picture you just saw with the TP man.
Yeah, I know. And
Yeah,
I'm asking if that is Tuka or just a person in the Tuka gang.
Huh?
Tuka's a person. It's also a gang.
No. The gang is called
Tukaville.
No. That's the area they renamed it to. I told you it was a little confusing. The
Okay.
gang is called Gangster Disciples. Gangster Disciples, Black Disciples. That's what the gangs are called.
Okay.
They just renamed their area from, I think it's whatever the fuck it was before, STL maybe. They renamed it just within themselves, but then it takes off, to Tukaville. I know it's confusing. This is a gang thing.
So clarifying, the individual that is deceased in this photo is Tuka.
Yeah,
Got
this is at Tuka's funeral, and this is a live stream of a rival gang member
Got it.
who is live streaming on Facebook. And when I saw this video, if you see this video on YouTube somewhere that someone posted, go and look at the comments. People are laughing because they think it's staged. They think this shit is staged. It is 100% real. This is not staged, but people don't know. They just think it's funny, but they don't know any better.
Nigga, B. Word to my mother, I won't smack this nigga right here. Say I won't smack this nigga. This ugly nigga, B.
That's
Word
bad.
to my mother, I won't smack this nigga right here. Say I won't smack this nigga.
Oh my gosh.
Like he slapped
This ugly
that
nigga, B.
Tuka, the dead corpse. Like that is not that is not a satirical.
That's incredibly awful.
This is an actual fucking gang. This is what I'm telling you. This is how it. You see, if and they put it on Facebook Live. The other gang befriends them. They're all friends with each other because they want to see this shit, and it's public. So you see this and you tell me they're not gonna get fucking revenge? Look at this shit. Have you ever seen something like this?
This ugly nigga, B. Word to my mother, I won't smack this nigga right here. Say I won't smack this nigga.
That's awful.
It's fucking terrible. Shit.
Like, what is he even doing at the wake anyway? Like,
He's there to fucking do that.
Well, I'm surprised that he was like let in. If he was a rival gang member, like you would think that they would not allow that person. To
the family members don't give a shit about the gangs. Tuka's family members, the mom and the sisters are all like, you got to get out of this. They don't know who's in which gang. They're all the same. They're basically the same. They're separated by one street. This isn't like, us and the Afghanis or something. Like you don't know. They dress as, you know what I'm saying? They're in the same
I'm
sect.
surprised that they don't like wear their like representative colors and stuff like that or whatever.
I guess he didn't. That is fucked, dude.
that's
awful. I just can't.
that was almost as shocking as the video from last week.
If you ever see, so that's the thing. Most people think that's staged, but that is not staged. That is a rival gang member, and this is the war that's going on. They kill someone, and as soon as they kill someone, they get on social media. What I wanted to kind of also spin this episode into is I was going to ask, why is the crime rate gotten so high since 2012? And I was going to, there's a correlation versus causation thing here. Have you ever heard of this? Like homicide ratios rise when ice cream sales rise. So people think
of the heat.
Yeah. So people think they're correlated. I mean, they are correlated, but they're not caused by each other.
No, it's because of
like
the heat.
homicides aren't happening because fucking ice cream sales are happening. They're just the same in summer months. Mm-hmm. The causation here of the influx in homicides that you see lately is the social media. Because of this, he slapped his dead body on Facebook Live. Can you, god dang. If I was in that gang, I'd fucking take revenge. You have to. What the fuck? You have to. I mean, it's just saying. That's how it is. I mean, fucking crazy, right? This is some crazy shit. I don't know. What do y'all think of this thing?
I mean, as a rival gang member, I don't think that I would accept what happened, but I think that you don't have to kill someone else because of it. But that's just me who is not in a gang.
Yeah, you're not hard.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not.
See, I'm right now. I'm hard.
Oh, do you need me to leave the room?
That actually reminds me of one of the messages that someone had sent us on Patreon.
I'm really hard right now.
When they joined us this week. Hang on.
Speaking of that, I need to go to the bathroom.
All right, we're about to be finished with this one. So,
But
Jen, I am really hard.
Not because of me, I hope.
I can't remember who it was. I'm trying to find the message, but they said they joined to learn more about involuntary woodies.
I might stop this episode here. This is getting too much.
So, okay, never mind.
I guess this one's going to be a two-parter. The Gakirah one. The next episode we're going to talk about, because this is going to be, when I edit this, is going to be over an hour. I can already tell.
Rena, it was you. There you go. She joined to learn more about involuntary woodies.
Oh, what do you want to know? In the next episode, we're going to talk about some of the tweets. And that, here, let me show you an example real quick. This is some of the tweets that Gakirah would send to, she would just tweet this in public. And she had a huge following at the time. In 2012, when Twitter was kind of still a thing, becoming a thing, she had, I think it was like 15,000 followers, which was a lot. Anyway, so some of her tweets, I'm kind of skipping forward here. It says, one of her tweets, ends can't even shoot, bitch, hit your target. If I get booked with this move, I'm gonna get life. It's a couple of bodies on, but this bitch shoot right. So these tweets came, I don't know, maybe a coincidence, but they started popping up right after someone gets killed. So, and then she says, all them shootouts, I was by myself. Now she's tweeting this. Fuck all them dead ops, OPPZ, which we'll talk about next week. That's opposition. Yeah, so that's just slang. But she says headshot. That's another dead op. Feed the face shot with some buck shots. Either way, got the pussy, can't talk. She is taunting these other gang members. Anyway, that's what we'll talk about next week. We'll also talk about the rapper that killed her, a guy by the name of King Von. Your students, Jen, know who that is. If you ask any one of your students, they know who that is. I can promise you. It's just like that XXX Tentacion guy.
Yeah.
Jen's like squirming to go to the bathroom. Wrap it up.
Okay.
She's like about ready to pounce out her seat.
All right.
I'm glad you noticed.
I know. I can see it. I've been there. You're like, dear God, Jen, shut up.
Okay. All right. We're going to end this one here. So we're going to end this one right here. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy that. Hit part 2 when it comes out. And until next time, good night, you lovely, lovely people.